Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are still talking about the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we are picking apart some of those little tedious things that are going on in the cards. And today we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is one of the major arcana cards, and I will say that this card doesn't come up super often for me personally, but it does come up in other readings for other people. And I have seen it mean a whole host of things. So obviously, number one, Major Arcana card. It is 12 in the Major Arcana. So we're about halfway through the journey, or a little past halfway through the journey when we get to the Hanged Man, which means it's time to really contemplate the things that are going on. And it might also be a card of self-pity. If people get this card a lot, it may mean there's a bit of a victim mentality and kind of enjoying that they are stuck. There are people in the world who don't have anything else to talk about except for all of the horrible things that happen. And that's fine. That's something to talk about, I suppose. But either way, there's the Hanged Man being inverted doesn't always mean like you're struggling or you're trapped. It can also mean you're contemplating. So you can think of them as more like looking at the world in a slightly different way. And if obviously looking at it upside down. The Hanged Man also has that kind of glow around his head, which can also mean that seventh chakra sort of energy of knowing and knowledge and connecting to the divine. And yes, while it seems a little strange to be checking into the divine upside down, again, it's about looking at things from a different perspective. The other thing to note about the Hanged Man as far as other modalities and things is in the I Ching, it is recognized by P or Pi, and that is basically stability and processing and can be stagnating, but in a way it is all of the pluses and minuses to the Hanged Man of like, okay, this isn't necessarily a good thing, but I'm going to process this right now. The other thing that it connects to is in the runes, it connects to 3 particular runes, and one of them is Isa, and Isa is stillness. It's a single line, so the post at the back of the Hanged Man that he's hanging off of, and stillness, being steady with something, and yes, meditation. So all of those things. It also is Berkana, and Berkana is usually a fertility rune. So being that a fertility rune is tied in with this, we can see that it's sort of that pregnancy process where the baby isn't born yet, or the idea isn't born yet, but it's in process. So it takes 9 months, obviously, to make a human child. It takes a little while to process things sometimes. So enjoy the fact when you're in like the Hanged Man state of things. The other card is Ewaz, and Ewaz is about, again, stability. So think that when you're looking at the Hanged Man going, oh, that means I'm stuck. It's not always the case. It doesn't have to mean stuck. It can also mean that you're processing something and you're about to bloom, you're about to blossom. Seeds don't go from seed in the ground to full-grown, fruitful plant overnight. Neither do we. And so when the Hanged Man card comes up, it's just a really good time to meditate and a really good time to process stuff. I really like this card for so many reasons, and I do feel like when people see this card show up, they may need to just take a break. They may need to just kind of take some time, take notes, journal about things, reassess, rewrite your resume, whatever that might be to you. And again, if it comes up inverted and you feel like maybe you've been feeling more victimized than usual on things, it may be time to look at that and go, hey, maybe I need to not necessarily just look on the bright side in that toxic positivity kind of way, but look at ways you can find solutions rather than getting stuck in that loop of problems and things like that. So a little bit look on the silver lining. Anyway, I hope you like that little breakdown of the Hanged Man, and I've got one more for you, and then we'll talk a little bit about the new deck that I have to play with. I'm super excited about it. All right, bye!